Welcome back. We're here with Pam Fletcher, who's an Olympian. She also is the marketing director at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. And you've done so many things. You've been a television commentator all over the world. And I'm pretty impressed. How are you?
I'm great. It's nice to be here.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Well, I've known about Nashoba Valley for some time. I, of course, have heard you on the radio and seen some TV ads over the years, and had never been here. And so I went on your website and I learned a little bit about the fact that it was your dad, right, who started this business?
He did back in '64. They opened. He bought the land in '63 from a farmer. And it was, just a few, not many acres at all, a couple of rope tows. And the first season that we were open in '64, we were only open 14 days.
I saw that. Well, you made a lot of money that year, right?
Well, skiing is a tough business because when you're in the industry, you have to rely on the weather even to make snow. So we were fortunate back then to have a few good winters and things got rolling. But it was back then, it was all hands on deck, hand packing the snow. We didn't really have the grooming equipment. We got into some snowmaking right away. My father realized the value of having snowmaking equipment.
I would think because of your location near Boston, you get a big crowd to draw from, but you're not getting the snow that the mountain people are getting, so snowmaking is a very important part of your business, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a vital part of our business. Because we're also so close to the ocean, the humidity can really play around with temperature changes, and we've invested a lot of our resources in our snowmaking and grooming equipment.
Looks like, as I look around, it looks like you've got all the hills covered. Is that true?
Well, we try. We have 100% snowmaking on our skiing, snowboarding surfaces and our tubing park. And without it, we wouldn't be able to stay in business. But it's even a bit more than that. We get a lot of feedback from our customer that says, many times that they think that we have some of the best conditions in New England. And I think it's because we have so much equipment in such a small, compact surface. I mean, we're only 90 skiable, snowboardable acres and then another 50 or 60 out in tubing. And so when you put all that massive amount of equipment, you fire up all those guns, you can produce so much more snow and cover the surfaces so much more evenly.
When you come here, what are the things you can do?
Well, we have New England's largest tubing park right now with up to 17, 18 lanes. So in addition to the tubing, we have a great terrain park. Nashoba Parks is probably one of the nicest terrain parks around in terms of the fact that our designer, Keith Kreischer, he is very, very keen on mixing things up.
In addition to this, you have a fabulous restaurant. I walked in here and it's really much more upscale than you'd find at a regular ski area.
Well, a lot of restaurants in ski areas are more cafeteria style. Right. They might have a nice eatery.
It's called the Outlook, right?
Yes, the Outlook Restaurant and Lounge is a fine dining establishment, and it's open most of the year. So we also do things like weddings, and we cater corporate events, and all through the actual season itself.
So you're a year-round destination resort.
We seem to think so. I mean, probably the biggest thing for us is our proximity to Boston. We're only 20 miles outside of Boston, and all that suburban area around there, we have hundreds and hundreds of kids and skiers, snowboarders alike that come to our facility mostly for the winter. I mean, our winter business is 60 to 70% of our business in terms of what we do in a season. All these other supplemental businesses have been helpful enough for us to be able to stay open year-round, which is really important.
I'd like to turn the conversation over to you because you're a fascinating woman. You've done so much in your life. I mean, how many people can say they've been an Olympian? I mean, that's an amazing thing. Tell me a little bit about your story. And you did have a tragic accident where you hurt yourself or was hurt just before you were about to compete. Is that true?
Yeah, about 45 minutes before the start of the race of my life. A course worker ran into me and broke my leg, which was a bummer. But you have to pick yourself up and kind of be grateful for the fact that you made the team in the first place. I went back the next year and competed in the World Championships in Vail in 1989, and then I had been on the team for almost 10 years and decided I would rather try something else. So I got into television.
and you traveled the world
I
being a
did.
television commentator
I
for
did.
skiing.
Yes.
Why don't you still do that? Obviously,
Well, I did it for a long time. You're so sweet, but I did it for almost 20 years. The thing that I most like about being a part of this family business is putting the smiles. You know, as a business, we create fun here at Nashoba. You know, there are smiles when kids learn a new skill in a lesson program. And when a young child or a young adult takes a turn for the first time in the terrain park. And really give them a sense of accomplishment when they've actually achieved something here on such a little hill.
You know, it's interesting that you said that, because I do a lot of brand strategy work, and I constantly say to my clients, what business are you really in? And if I was to talk to you, I'd say, if you think you're in the skiing business, then you probably got a lot of competition all over the place. But you're saying you're in the fun business. You're in the business of creating memories and fun, and that's good that you're thinking
and family.
And family.
Yeah,
So
family is huge for us here.
That's excellent. If people watching my show wanted to learn more about you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, we have many ways that you can learn about us. We are all over social media. Nashoba Valley Ski Area is. You can find us at skinashoba.com. We have a fabulous website that also has offshoots to find all of our other businesses.
This has been fun talking to you. Pam, thank you very much for being on the show.
Well, I'm hoping to get you out on the slopes with me.
Well, I'm going to have to bring my walker with me. You know?
No.
I think, actually, I think that you do such a great job, and you should take a look at your camera right there, because you're a pro, and tell them.
We'll be right back with more Brand Worth TV right after this.